Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is April. If you are new here, please consider liking and subscribing. If you like product related content, project panning, product reviews, and occasionally some decluttering and lifestyle videos thrown in. But most of all, just thank you for being here today and stopping by to check out my Tiny Pans update. This is a This is a Panning Ladies Collab, and it has turned out to be the perfect theme for me this year. I'm really enjoying the smallness of this challenge. Let's look at the palette. I don't have any new pens. Womp womp. I absolutely can't believe that I didn't have any new pans. I did expand some pan on number 7, and I definitely got some of the pans ready. They are much closer than they were before, but I was really disappointed because I actually used this palette a lot more than I had in the past months. I did do tally marks again for this month, and I had 27 more new this month shadow uses, which is 7 above my goal of 20. So before, in previous months, I hadn't even hit the goal, but 27, yeah. And so of course this would be the month where I'm not seeing much progress, but you know, that's how it goes, right? So let's go through the palette quickly like we always do, or quickly-ish. Shade 1, I did not use this month. We're still standing strong at 11 uses. Shade 2, I used 2 more times, and it is now at 11 uses. This shadow is actually looking kind of thin if you look at it up close, so it may be one of the next to hit pan. Shade 3, I only used it 2 more times, and it's now at 14 uses for the project. This one has been looking thin for a while. I'm so kind of surprised I haven't hit yet on it, but any day now on this one, for real. It was used quite a bit before this project ever started, so I'm just surprised. I think that it's kind of because I like to use this one definitely on my finger, and so it kind of pre-presses it back down in there. So it's very thin all the way around. Yeah. So I feel like the shimmers kind of stay a little bit even across, even if they'll get a dip and then they kind of even out. So it's what it is. But, you know, when I do start hitting pan, it'll be fast. So the last update, I mentioned that I wanted to work through the whole palette doing one shadow looks, and I made it through the shadows. The first update I had made it through these first 3. Now I think I've done all of them. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of can't remember for some reason. It's just totally blank. I'm like, did I do it or not? I just cannot remember, but I'll figure it out when I look at the pictures. I still need to edit those, so I will know. But weirdly, it's just like I just cannot remember it all. But I had left off with shade 3 in March, and then I started with shade 4 in April. Shade 4, I was really surprised again that this looked really good as a one shadow look. The shimmers in this palette have really surprised me in that way. Sometimes shimmers look great, sometimes not so great. I keep thinking that they're going to look terrible, and I end up really enjoying them. Almost like enjoying them more than just like I enjoy them as like a spot on the lid, if that makes sense. I've only used this last one 2 times last month, and I am up to a total of 7 uses. I will get to this one, especially now since I like that one shadow look so much. Shade 5, boom. This was my shade for the month. Well, kind of. Shade 5, I used 7 times. I was really reaching for this one a lot this month. I did my single shadow look, but I also just reached for this one a lot when I was just heading out and I needed something really easy. It is really easy for me to wear, and it's pretty neutral looking, so it became my go-to easy shade for the month. I will have to do that a lot more this year if I'm going to finish this palette, but so far so good. I can definitely see that the dip is deeper this month on that shade, and I look to hit pan hopefully in this update or the next one. I'm at a total of 13 uses for this one, but I just wasn't really sure about the color on the shadow last month, but I think it's working for me to answer that question. And if you hear scratching, the cat is scratching at the door. I don't want to stop filming to go let the cat in or out. Probably in. So the shade is working for me now. That might change as I get more sun and my skin kind of warms up a little bit for the summer, but the shade really has some like a super weird unique undertones, I guess is a better word. I haven't really been able to describe them yet, but they're just different. Anyways, moving on. Whoops. Shade 6, I used 4 times. I did my one shadow look with this, and I did a couple of looks like I normally would. I feel like I'm really hitting strides on this palette. I have a bunch of looks now, so it's really becoming my easy palette to pick up and just put on and go. I'm at a total of 8 on this for the project, but this was probably one of my most used before the project started. So it's definitely a favorite, and I will get to it. And truthfully, I wouldn't be surprised if I hit pan on that one in the next month or two. I mean, come on. Shade 7. Now this one has turned out to be a surprise. I used this one 3 more times, and I certainly expanded pan on it, and this is definitely the biggest progress of the month. I am up to 16 uses on this one, and it's going really fast. I do really love this shade as well. It's kind of its own. It's the deepest one in the palette, so that's nice. Shade 8, this easy guy. I used him 4 times. I always try to conserve these cream shades, and I'll go hard on them at the end, but the dip is getting deeper, but this will be easy hopefully, and I don't want to jinx myself, but I mean, come on. Shouldn't be too bad. Shade 9, I used 3 more times. I did the one shadow look. I'm pretty certain I did the one shadow looks on these, and I'm at a total of 9 times now, and that's the update. So yay! As always, I'll leave you guys with the lookbook. I always add the newest looks at the end if you want to see those. Thanks everyone so much for stopping by and checking out my progress on this lovely little gem of a palette, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!